Hello everyone, vegyanghar family wishes you a very happy new year. As promised, we are here with the IIT JAM Biotechnology 2019 paper. Guys, we have already solved the 3 sections of the 2020 paper. So if you are new to the channel, go and watch that and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Today we will be solving the section A of the JAM 2019 paper. Now this section contains a total of 30 MCQ questions, that is the multiple choice questions. Each MCQ question has 4 choices, out of which only one of them is the correct answer. The question 1 to 10 of the paper will carry 1 mark each, and the question 11 to 30 will carry 2 marks each, making this section a total of 50 marks. Now, there will be negative marking in this section. So for 1 mark questions, -1/3 will be the negative marking, and for the 2 marks question, -2/3 will be the negative marking. Let's begin. The question 1 says the glycosidic linkages in cellulose and amylose are dash respectively. So you know that in cellulose there is beta-1,4 glycosidic linkage, and in amylose it is alpha-1,4 glycosidic linkage. So option B is the correct answer. The next question says a mutation in the operator locus of lac operon that confers constitutive expression of beta galactosidase is. Now, operator mutant means that there is a change in the DNA sequence of the operator that will impair the binding of the lac repressor. That means the lac operon associated with this mutant operator cannot be turned off. That is what the question says, that it confers constitutive expression of beta galactosidase. Now, because an operator controls only the genes on the same DNA strand, that means it is cis, and it is dominant because it cannot be turned off. So this is an cis-dominant example. Option A is the correct answer. Which of the following points P, Q, R and S lie above the parabola y is equal to 2x square and inside the circle x square plus y square is equal to 4? So simply draw this parabola and the circle and plot the points on the graph, and you will find that it is the point Q 1/2, 3/2 that lies above the parabola and inside the circle. So option B will be correct. Moving on. Let U is a set of 5 numbers from 1 to 5. A subset S is chosen uniformly at random from the non-empty subsets of U. What is the probability that S does not have 2 consecutive elements? Now, the total subset of U will be 2 raised to the power 5 because there are 5 elements in the set, that is 32, out of which 1 will be the empty subset, right? So total non-empty subsets are 31. But the question says that S does not have 2 consecutive elements. So the subsets that S can have are these. So the probability of getting that S does not have 2 consecutive elements is 12/31. You can check that these are 12 subsets. The answer is therefore option D. The next question says, which of the following figures represent the correct sequence of phases in adult eukaryotic cells? I think this is very clear. It is G1, S, G2 and M. So option B is the correct answer. At what pH does polyglue in an aqueous solution form alpha helical structure? So glue means glutamic acid. So glutamic acid is a hydrophilic amino acid with negative charge on it, and its polymer is found to exhibit alpha helical structure below pH 4.5. So option A, that is pH 3, is the correct answer. Now, the dimensions of coefficient of viscosity are, we know that the viscous force is equal to eta into A, that is area, into dV/dx, that is the velocity gradient. I hope you remember dimensional analysis. Eta is equal to F by A into dx by dV, from which we can find that the dimensions of viscosity are ml minus 1, T minus 1. That is the option A. The next question. Match the entries in group 1 with the entries in group 2. So nylon is a polymer of adipic acid. Natural rubber is a polymer of isoprene. Starch, as you know, is a polymer of hexose sugar, while myoglobin, because it is a protein, so it is a polymer of amino acids. So option A is the correct answer. The technique that involves samples with electrons is, I think it is very clear, it is ESI, mass spectrometry, that uses the electron bombarding to weigh the molecule and to study the 3D structure of a protein. NMR, on the other hand, uses radio frequencies, and IR and UV use infrared and ultraviolet radiation to determine the functional group in the molecule and the concentration of the solution respectively. So option B will be correct. The next question is, the orbital angular momentum of hydrogen atom in the ground state is. Now, angular momentum is mvr, which is equal to nh upon 2 pi. For the ground state, n is equal to 1, so angular momentum will be h upon 2 pi. That is option B. Let A is equal to root 5 plus 1 by 2 and B is equal to root 5 minus 1 by 2. Then find this limit. So in this question, take a raised to the power n common from the numerator and the denominator. So you will get 1 plus b upon a raised to the power n and 1 minus b upon a raised to the power n. Putting the limits, it becomes 1 plus 0 upon 1 minus 0, that is equal to 1. So option A is the right answer. In how many ways can one write the elements 1, 2, 3 and 4 in a sequence x1, x2, x3, x4 with xi not equal to I for all I? Now, the total ways in which these sequences can be written are 24, right? 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, that is 24. But for xi not equal to I, only the following ways are possible. So you will find that there are only 9 ways are there in which you can write these sequences such that xi is not equals to I. That means 2 cannot be written at the second position, 3 cannot be written at the third position, and so on. So option A is the correct answer. Moving on, simplify sin A upon 1 plus cos A plus 1 plus cos A upon sin A. Now simply cross multiply and you will find sin square A plus 1 plus cos square A plus 2 cos A upon the denominator. Now sin square A plus cos square A is equal to 1. Again take out common and you will find it to be 2 upon sin A, that is 2 cosec A. So option B will be correct. Moving on. The evolution of eyes in octopus and in human is an example of. Now, divergent evolution is associated with homologous organs that have the same origin but different functions, while convergent evolution is related to analogous organs that have different origin but same function. Because in this case, we are talking about eyes that have the same function, right? So it is an example of convergent evolution. So option B will be correct. Which of the following modifications occurs both on DNA and protein? Now, ADP ribosylation is the addition of one or more ADP ribose moieties to a protein. In SUMOylation, SUMO stands for small ubiquitin-like modifier proteins that are covalently attached or detached to other proteins in the cells to modify their function. Ubiquitination, on the other hand, is the process of attaching ubiquitin, that is a small protein, to a protein that has to be degraded. So all of these occur on proteins, but it is only methylation which can occur both on the DNA and on the protein. So option B will be correct. Solutions of the following peptides are made separately at a concentration of 1 millimolar. Among these four, which one has the highest A280, that is the absorption value? So aromatic amino acids like tryptophan and tyrosine show absorption at 280 nanometer, while phenylalanine shows the absorption at 250 nanometers. So basically it is the aromatic amino acids that are responsible for the absorption in the protein solutions. Apart from these, the rest of the amino acids can also show absorption between 214 and 220 nanometer. Now, to find which one of the following has the highest absorption, just count the number of aromatic amino acids present in each, and you will find that it is option A that has the maximum number of aromatic amino acids. So it will have the highest absorption, that is A280 value. So option A is correct. The next question says, the free energy required to synthesize a mixed anhydride bond of 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate is generated by the oxidation of. Now in glycolysis, glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate is converted to 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate or 1,3-bisphosphoglyceric acid, and this happens by the oxidation of an aldehyde to an acid. Glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate is being converted into a 1,3-biphosphoglyceric acid. So the option A is correct. The next question says, the following reaction is an example of. Now it is very clear from this that it is an example of isomerization. The functional groups are being exchanged, but the molecular formula remains same. Which of the following parameters change upon doubling the enzyme concentration? Now, Vmax is the maximum activity of the enzyme when all the active sites are filled, right? It is the maximum velocity of a reaction. So when the enzyme concentration will be changed, definitely Vmax will be affected or changed. So it is option B that is the correct answer. The next question is, which of the following statements is a correct description of the modes of action of Taxol and colchicine? Now, Taxol and colchicine are two chemicals which affect the microtubules. Taxol stabilizes the microtubule formation while colchicine prevents the microtubule formation. So option D is the right answer in this case. In a simple microscope. Now a simple microscope is a magnifying glass that has a double convex lens with a short focal length, and that focal length is less than the least distance of clear vision. So option B here is the correct answer. Moving on, which of the following statements is incorrect with respect to bacterial conjugation? Now, bacterial conjugation does not use flagellum. It is the pili that is used by the bacteria for facilitating the transfer of genetic material. So option B is correct here. Moving on, a particle starting from rest is subjected to a constant force. The plot of distance travelled along the direction of the force as a function of time is. Now we know that distance s is equal to ut plus half at square, where u is the initial velocity, a is the acceleration, and t is the time. So here s will be directly proportional to t square. That will be a parabola. So option C is correct here. The next question is, indole acetic acid or IAA is involved in. Indole acetic acid is an example of the hormone auxin, and growth due to gravitropism is mediated by the change in the concentration of this hormone within the plant cells. So option A is correct. Which of the following remains unchanged when light waves enter the water from air? Now, it is only the frequency of light that remains unchanged. Rest of the following can change when the light enters from one medium to another medium. So option C is correct. The next question says, according to the kinetic theory of gases, the average energy of a diatomic molecule in an ideal gas depends on. Now, the formula for average kinetic energy is 3/2 into kT, where K is the Boltzmann constant and T is the temperature. Now K is a constant, right? So it is only the temperature on which the kinetic energy will depend. So option D is the correct answer. Moving on, match the entries in group 1 with the entries in group 2. So tuberculosis is caused by a bacteria, that is Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Malaria is caused by a protozoan, that is Plasmodium. Influenza is caused by influenza virus. Myasthenia gravis is an autoimmune disorder where the self-antibody attacks the communication between nerve and the muscles. So option B here is the correct answer. The next question says, hydrogen reacts with trans-carbonyl chloro-bis triphenyl phosphine iridium, that is commonly called as Vasca's complex, to primarily produce. Now this reaction produces the following compound, that is given here in option D. So D is the correct answer. The last question for today. Among the following species, the metal center that has the highest number of unpaired electrons is. Now, vanadium has 23 electrons. That means in the valence shell it has 3d34s2 electrons. But in vanadium tetrachloride it is in +4 state, right? So it is 3d1 configuration. So it has one unpaired electron. For the rest of the options you will find that they have no unpaired electron, because chloride is a weak ligand, so pairing energy is more than the CFSE, that is the crystal field splitting energy. So option A here is correct. Thank you guys for watching this video. Do like and share this video and subscribe to the vegyanghar channel. Stay tuned, the next part will be coming up very soon. Have a good day.